Akashvani presents morning news. Good morning, I am VC Pramod. The headlines. Prime Minister Narendra Modi invites world's leading aviation companies to invest in India as country emerges as third largest domestic aviation market. Commerce Minister Piyush Goyal says India and US desire to give preferential market access to each other's businesses. NEET-PG 2025 exam postponed until further notice, to be held in single shift as per Supreme Court order. IMD forecasts heavy rainfall in northeast, Punjab, Haryana, Delhi, Uttarakhand, Kerala and Goa today. Polling underway in South Korea to elect a new president. And in cricket, Royal Challengers Bengaluru to take on Punjab Kings for IPL 2025 title in Ahmedabad this evening. Prime Minister Narendra Modi has invited world's leading aviation companies to invest in India, saying India has emerged as the world's third largest domestic aviation market.
ग्लोबल एविएशन इकोसिस्टम में हम न केवल एक विशाल मार्केट है बल्कि पॉलिसी लीडरशिप, इनोवेशन और इंक्लूसिव डेवलपमेंट के प्रतीक भी है। आज भारत ग्लोबल स्पेस एविएशन कन्वर्जेंस का एक उभरता हुआ लीडर है। आज भारत दुनिया का तीसरा सबसे बड़ा डोमेस्टिक एविएशन मार्केट है। हमारी उड़ान योजना की सक्सेस इंडियन सिविल एविएशन का एक गोल्डन चैप्टर है।
Addressing the International Air Transport Association's annual general meeting in New Delhi, Mr. Modi said India presents an excellent opportunity for investment for the world's leading aviation companies. He underscored India's investment in world-class airport infrastructure, noting that in 2014, the country had 74 operational airports, which has now expanded to 162. Commerce Minister Piyush Goyal has said that India and the US desire to give preferential market access to each other's businesses. Talking to media persons in Paris, he said that both the countries are working together on the proposed bilateral trade agreement. When asked about an announcement of US President Donald Trump to double tariffs on steel and aluminium to 50%, Mr. Goyal said two countries will continue to work together to resolve all these issues bilaterally. Mr. Goyal is in Paris on an official visit to hold talks with French leaders and business representatives to boost trade and investments. The National Board of Examinations in Medical Sciences, NBEMS, has postponed the NEET-PG 2025 examination, which was earlier scheduled for the 15th of this month. Complying with the Supreme Court order, NBEMS has decided to conduct NEET-PG 2025 in a single shift. The board has said that the examination has been postponed to arrange for more test centres and required infrastructure. It added that the revised date to conduct NEET-PG will be notified shortly. President Draupadi Murmu has appreciated Paraguay for its continued support of India's position on matters of global importance, including at multilateral forums such as the United Nations. Welcoming President Santiago Pena Palocia of Paraguay at Rashtrapati Bhavan, President Murmu said that relations between India and Paraguay have been cordial and friendly. She thanked the government of Paraguay for its firm condemnation of terror and its message of solidarity following the heinous terrorist attack in Pahalgam. As we celebrate the success of Operation Sindoor, the nation salutes the valor of the Indian soldiers. As a tribute to the armed forces, Akashvani News is presenting a special series. Today we remember Paramveer Chakra awardee 2nd Lieutenant Rama Raghoba Rane, who displayed incredible bravery during the India-Pakistan War of 1947-48.
Born in 1918 in present-day Karnataka, 2nd Lieutenant Rama Raghuba Rane was commissioned into the Corps of Engineers in December 1947. During his 21-year service with the Indian Army, he earned 5 mentions in dispatches. In the 1947-48 Indo-Pak War, after the Indian Army recaptured Jhangar in March 1948, an advance was planned from Naushera to Rajouri to protect civilians from enemy atrocities. On April 8, 4 Dogra Tripura battalion began its assault, but their progress was hindered by minefields and roadblocks. Despite being wounded on April 8, he continued clearing mines and roadblocks, enabling tank movement. Over the next 3 days, he worked tirelessly, often under heavy enemy fire, clearing multiple obstacles, making diversions, and even blasting roadblocks himself. His relentless effort played a vital role in the Indian Army's advance to Rajouri, inflicting heavy losses on the enemy and saving countless civilian lives. For his outstanding courage and determination, 2nd Lieutenant Rama Raghuba Rane was awarded the Paramveer Chakra. Sakleen Akhtar, Akashvani News, Delhi.
This is Akashwani giving you the news. For quick news updates round the clock, follow us on our X handle @AIR News Alerts. And for details of these stories and more, log on to our website www.newsonair.gov.in and download the News on AIR app. India Meteorological Department IMD has forecast heavy to very heavy rainfall at isolated places over Assam, Meghalaya, Nagaland, Manipur, Mizoram and Tripura today. According to the IMD, heavy rainfall is expected at isolated places over Arunachal Pradesh, East Rajasthan, Haryana, Chandigarh, Delhi, Kerala, Mahe, Konkan, Goa, Punjab and Uttarakhand today. The Nagaland State Disaster Management Authority has issued a weather alert warning of heavy to very heavy rainfall accompanied by thunderstorms, lightning and gusty winds expected to affect several areas across the state in the coming days. A report.
The heavy to heavy rainfall accompanied by thunderstorm, lightning and gusty winds forecast across the state. The Nagaland State Disaster Management Authority (NSDMA) has cautioned that flash flood risks are likely in watersheds and low-lying areas due to increased surface runoff and inundations, especially in regions where the soil is already saturated from previous rains. Meanwhile, a major road collapse occurred near Kisama under Kohima district along National Highway 2 on Monday due to massive road sinking. Asonyo, Akashvani News, Kohima.
In Assam, the flood situation has worsened further in the last 24 hours, spreading to 5 more districts. Now over 5 lakh people across 22 districts are battling the rising waters as the deluge continues to intensify. Over 1,250 villages are affected and 12,600 hectares of crop area have been damaged by floods. We have more from our correspondent.
In Assam, over 5 lakh people are now reeling under this first wave of flood. One flood-related death reported at Hojai and 2 persons are missing from Dibrugarh and Hailakandi respectively during the last 24 hours. According to Assam State Disaster Management Authority, the river Brahmaputra, Barak and all their tributaries are flowing above danger level. The flood damaged 89 roads and 4 bridges apart from other infrastructures during the last 24 hours. State government has opened 165 relief camps and 157 relief distribution centers across the state. District administrations has deployed SDRF teams for rescue and relief operations. Meanwhile, Indian Meteorological Department has predicted light to moderate rainfall at isolated places across the state. Aminul Haq, Akashvani News, Guwahati.
Strong winds and rain led to multiple incidents in Siwan district of Bihar, resulting in at least 7 deaths. Strong winds and rain caused widespread destruction in Siwan district. Several trees were uprooted and walls collapsed due to the high-speed winds. The annual Kheer Bhavani Mela will be celebrated with great traditional fervour and gaiety today at the sacred shrine of Mata Rangnya Devi at Tulmula in Ganderbal district of Jammu and Kashmir. The festival is a symbol of communal harmony and brotherhood, reflecting the rich pluralistic ethos that has defined Jammu and Kashmir for centuries. More from our correspondent.
The Mela Kheer Bhavani is more than a religious gathering. It is described as a celebration of communal harmony and brotherhood between Muslims and Kashmiri Pandit communities besides their cultural identity. Chief Secretary Atal Dullu has asked the divisional administrations of both Kashmir and Jammu regions for ensuring immaculate arrangements for peaceful and successful celebration of annual Kheer Bhavani Mela. Authorities have urged devotees to follow safety guidelines and cooperate with officials to ensure a peaceful and successful event. Tariq Ratra, Akashvani News, Srinagar.
Polling is underway in South Korea to elect a new president to succeed conservative Yoon Suk Yeol, who was ousted over his brief but shocking imposition of martial law. The winner will be sworn in as president tomorrow without the typical 2-month transition period. Indian Premier League IPL 2025 is all set to get its new winner today as Royal Challengers Bengaluru and Punjab Kings will clash for the title at the Narendra Modi Stadium in Ahmedabad. The match will begin at 7:30 p.m. A report.
On paper, both teams are equally poised in batting and bowling. Punjab boasts a top-heavy batting lineup with the likes of uncapped duo Priyansh Arya and Prabsimran Singh, supported by experienced campaigners Josh Inglis, Shreyas Iyer, Nihal Vadera, Shashank Singh and Marcus Stoinis. On the other hand, Royal Challengers Bengaluru banked on the seasoned opening pair of Virat Kohli and Phil Salt, backed by a strong lineup of batters including captain Rajat Patidar, Liam Livingstone and Jitesh Sharma. As the tournament reaches its culmination, one can hope for a pulsating encounter between the two best sides of the season. It has been a long wait for both sides to reach the final of the cash-rich league. With Divakar's report, Swati Rakheja from Sports Desk for Akashvani News.
Moving on to further updates from the world of sports, in the Norway Chess 2025 tournament, reigning world champion D. Gukesh secured a comeback victory over compatriot Grandmaster Arjun Erigasi in the 7th round of the Stavanger City last night. We have more from our sports desk.
After an earlier loss to Arjun in the tournament, Gukesh made a strong comeback to clinch a decisive victory. Arjun had a strong start and dominated the game, gaining a clear advantage. Gukesh was left in a difficult position, down in material and nearly lost. But the 19-year-old playing with the white pieces showed great calm and skill, slowly turning the game around with accurate moves and solid defense.
From the opening, nothing went my way, but once I got to this position, I just had to keep making moves which doesn't lose on the spot. And I think time scrambles, things happen. We have good relations off the board, but once it gets to the game, teammates or friends or enemies, it's all the same.
This win comes just one day after Gukesh defeated world number 1 Magnus Carlsen for the first time in classical chess. The back-to-back wins pushed Gukesh above Carlsen in the standings, with only Fabiano Caruana ahead of him. Next update is from Kabaddi, where star raider Pradeep Narwal announced his retirement for the sport after going unsold in the recently held Pro Kabaddi League Season 12 Players Auction. One of the most successful players in the PKL history, the 28-year-old was popularly known as Dubki King for his amazing raiding skills. With Mayur Jain, Chirag Jha, Sports Desk.
News just in, a 6.2 magnitude earthquake struck at the Dogonakis Islands in Greece near the Turkey border early this morning. Around the same time, a 5.8 magnitude earthquake hit the coastal town of Marmaris, Turkey. And now, for a look at today's newspapers, it's over to Tanvi Khurana.
Thank you, Pramod. Prime Minister to meet all ministers tomorrow has been widely covered by most of the newspapers. Prime Minister to also meet all party delegations after world tour next week. Headlines the Hindustan Times. Rains batter northeast India has also been covered by most of the papers on their front page. The Tribune headline says 3 soldiers killed, Lieutenant Colonel among 6 missing as landslide hits army station in Sikkim. The papers also cover on their front page a Chennai court sentencing a man to 30 years in jail without remission for sexually assaulting a student from Anna University last year. The Pioneer says rape convict gets 30 years with no relief or remission. And finally, a story in the Times of India says there will be a new IPL champion today as Punjab Kings and Royal Challengers Bengaluru will clash in Ahmedabad for the trophy. And with that, it's back to you, Pramod.
Thank you, Tanvi. And now, before we end the bulletin, the headlines once again. Prime Minister Narendra Modi invites world's leading aviation companies to invest in India as country emerges as third largest domestic aviation market. Commerce Minister Piyush Goyal says India and the US desire to give preferential market access to each other's businesses. NEET-PG 2025 exam postponed until further notice, to be held in single shift as per Supreme Court order. IMD forecasts heavy rainfall in northeast Punjab, Haryana, Delhi, Uttarakhand, Kerala and Goa today. Polling underway in South Korea to elect a new president. And in cricket, Royal Challengers Bengaluru to take on Punjab Kings for IPL 2025 title in Ahmedabad this evening. And with that, we end the morning news. Have a nice day.